Every single morning, millions of people wake up to a loud alarm clock. We rush to work, spend 8 hours at desk jobs, and repeat daily. The average modern human spends 90,000 hours of life working for wages. But for 99% of human history, modern jobs did not exist at all. Ancient ancestors woke up naturally without alarms, schedules, bosses, or daily commuting. While we labor for decades, prehistoric humans enjoyed far more free leisure time. Studies show ancient humans worked only 15 to 20 hours each week. They spent the rest of their time socializing, creating art, and relaxing together. This raises a huge question. Were ancient humans actually luckier than we are? Let's explore what daily life looked like before modern jobs were ever invented. For 300,000 years, Homo sapiens lived entirely as nomadic hunter-gatherers. Groups moved constantly across land, gathering wild plants and hunting local animals. Camps were small, flexible, and built around tight-knit communities of 20 to 50 people. Food was shared equally among everyone, with no hoarding or individual wealth. This lifestyle sustained human survival across every environment on the planet successfully. Nobody paid rent, nobody owned land, and nobody worked for a paycheck. Daily work was directly connected to immediate survival, like finding food and water. Tasks were done socially, turning daily chores into engaging community social events. Once basic daily food was gathered, work stopped completely for the day. There was no concept of working extra hours to store massive surplus. Sleep patterns followed natural solar light cycles rather than rigid corporate schedules. Humans lived in harmony with environment rhythms for hundreds of thousands of years. Stress from career competition, deadlines, and unemployment was completely non-existent. Everything changed radically 10,000 years ago with the invention of agriculture. Farming brought food surpluses, but it also created relentless back-breaking daily labor. Modern anthropologists made surprising discoveries when studying ancient human work habits. In 1972, anthropologist Marshall Solins challenged popular assumptions about prehistoric life. He coined the famous phrase, the original affluent society, to describe hunter-gatherers. Researcher Richard Lee tracked the daily time allocation of the Ruhonzi people. The data proved adults spent under 17 hours weekly securing all food needed. That equals just 2.5 working days per week for survival. Studies of Hadza, Ike, and Martu tribes confirmed the exact same light work pattern. Skeletal analysis revealed hunter-gatherers were actually healthier than early agricultural farmers. Prehistoric gatherers suffered far less from cavities, malnutrition, and spinal arthritis. Archaeological artifacts like carved art prove ancient humans had abundant free time. Intricate cave paintings required days of artistic dedication, impossible without leisure time. Researchers estimate up to 6 hours daily were spent in pure leisure and conversation. Life centered around personal well-being, social connection, and community bonding rather than production. Chronic psychological stress was virtually unknown compared to modern workplace anxiety. These discoveries shattered the myth that ancient life was purely miserable and desperate. Science proved that leisure was a fundamental part of early human existence. If life was so balanced, why did humans ever abandon it for hard labor? The answer lies in a complex historical transition known as the agricultural trap. Farming traded individual freedom and leisure for overall population growth and storage. This shift permanently changed the definition of human work forever. A typical day for an ancient hunter-gatherer began without any morning rush. People ate when hungry and rested when tired, following internal biological cues. Gathering food was a gentle activity involving walking, talking, and observing nature. Hunting required intense focus, but it occurred only a few times per week. Once food was collected, the work phase of the day ended completely. Tool making and hide prepping were treated as relaxed crafts rather than forced labor. Work and social life were seamlessly integrated into one enjoyable daily flow. Prehistoric tasks offered immense variety, preventing the boredom of modern repetitive jobs. Humans spent afternoons resting, telling stories, and playing games together in groups. Play was an essential adult activity that strengthened community bonds and trust. Evenings were dedicated to music, dancing, rituals, and deep social storytelling. Sleep occurred in two natural phases separated by a calm wakeful period at midnight. Midday naps were standard practice, avoiding activity during the hottest daytime hours. Contrast this with early farmers who worked from dawn until dusk daily. Agriculture demanded clearing fields, weeding crops, tending livestock, and building storage. The weekly work hours jumped from 15 hours to over 60 hours instantly. Farming created social hierarchies, land ownership, taxes, and the first true bosses. For the first time, humans worked to generate wealth for powerful rulers. Centuries later, the Industrial Revolution locked workers into rigid clock-driven factory schedules. The modern 9-to-5 work structure was born from industrial factory requirements. Today, millions sit in office cubicles, performing abstract digital tasks daily. Our brains evolved for prehistoric gathering, not for endless digital emails. This mismatch between our evolutionary biology and modern work causes widespread fatigue. Burnout is the direct result of working against our natural evolutionary design. Ancient humans enjoyed a natural balance that modern society has completely lost. Scientific evidence clearly supports the idea that ancient life was physically healthier. Prehistoric human skulls consistently show excellent dental health free from sugar decay. Average human height actually dropped significantly after the widespread adoption of farming. Bone density scans reveal hunter-gatherers had exceptionally strong, resilient athletic skeletons. Their diet included hundreds of wild plant species, ensuring rich nutritional variety. Early farmers relied on single-crop staples, leading to frequent vitamin deficiencies. Crafted objects prove ancient humans dedicated hundreds of hours to artistic expression. 40,000-year-old bone flutes prove music was an integral part of community life. Shells found hundreds of miles inland prove leisure allowed long travel and trade. Studies of modern foraging tribes show extremely low levels of stress hormones. Strong social bonds protected group members against isolation, anxiety, and depression. Epidemiological studies confirm modern chronic diseases were nearly non-existent in prehistory. Clean air, constant natural movement, and whole foods maintained excellent baseline physical health. Children enjoyed unstructured play all day, learning naturally through exploration and imitation. Elderly group members were deeply valued for wisdom, story knowledge, and child care support. There was no retirement age because daily life was never punishing or exhausting. Food distribution was completely egalitarian, ensuring no single member went hungry alone. Mutual obligation networks meant community members always supported each other unconditionally. The absence of property boundaries allowed total freedom of movement across landscapes. Archaeological evidence paints a vivid picture of a balanced, low-stress human existence. Nighttimes were spent contemplating stars, sharing mythology, and deepening social bonds. Mental health was supported by constant outdoor activity, social connection, and purpose. Modern loneliness was impossible in a lifestyle built entirely around constant group living. Every fossil discovery confirms that ancient humans mastered the art of living well. They proved that human thriving does not require endless economic growth or labor. So were ancient humans truly luckier than modern 9-to-5 workers today? The scientific conclusion is complex, involving major trade-offs between two lifestyles. Prehistoric life lacked modern medical care, antibiotics, emergency surgery, and dental treatment. Child mortality was high, and minor infections could easily become life-threatening risks. Food security depended completely on weather, causing occasional seasonal shortages or droughts. Modern technology provides unprecedented safety, medical care, longevity, and material comfort. We have reliable food supplies, warm homes, clean water, and instant global communication. But we traded time freedom, community connection, and physical health to get it. Ancient humans were rich in time, while modern humans are rich in goods. Anthropologists agree that prehistoric humans enjoyed far superior daily autonomy and freedom. They controlled their own time, labor, and daily choices without external authority. The modern 40-hour workweek is an extremely recent, artificial invention in history. Understanding prehistory helps us evaluate whether our current work culture is healthy. Experts suggest we can redesign modern work by learning from ancestral habits. Shortening workweeks and spending more time outdoors improves overall human well-being. Reclaiming leisure time is essential for our evolutionary mental and physical health. Rebuilding face-to-face community connections reduces modern feelings of isolation significantly. Science shows that endless productivity should not be the sole human goal. Combining modern medicine with prehistoric leisure offers the ultimate human lifestyle potential. Ancient humans were lucky in freedom, but we have power to choose. At 9 a.m., modern workers start desks while ancient humans explored forests. At noon, we eat quick meals at desks while they shared fresh food. At 3 p.m., we push through afternoon fatigue while they rested or played. At 6 p.m., we commute home exhausted while they enjoyed music and art. At night, we watch screens alone while they bonded deeply under stars. Our schedules are packed while their days unfolded naturally without rigid plans. Many modern companies are now testing 4-day workweeks with great success. People are rediscovering the immense value of unscheduled time and freedom. Returning to nature helps restore our natural evolutionary mental balance and joy. We can choose to integrate ancient leisure wisdom into our modern lives. We carry the evolutionary history of hunter-gatherers inside our bodies today. Their story reminds us that life is meant for living, not just working. What would your life look like if you worked only 15 hours weekly? Would you choose prehistoric leisure or modern convenience if given the choice? Keep exploring, stay curious, and share your thoughts in the comments below.